Young people in UK abandon TV news almost entirely.
Here's a summary of the article.
Young people in Britain have almost entirely abandoned television news broadcasts, according to Ofcom, while half of the country now gets its news from social media. While the average person aged 65 and over watches 33 minutes of TV news a day, this falls to just 2 minutes among people aged 16 to 24, according to the Media Regulator's annual news consumption report. TV news is still the main way that the British public learn about current affairs, in part because older viewers have remained loyal to traditional services. Ofcom's research also suggests that people are increasingly willing to wade into online arguments about news. There is evidence that UK adults are consuming news more actively via social media. For example, those who access news shared by news organisations, trending news or news stories from friends and family or other people they follow via Facebook or Twitter are more likely to make comments on the new posts they see compared to the previous year. The most popular news source in Britain remains BBC One, consulted by 58% of the public, followed by ITV on 40% and Facebook on 35%. The increase in people turning to social media for news is being driven by the growing popularity of WhatsApp and Instagram as information sources. Older people and white Britons are largely sticking with television and print newspaper outlets, while younger people and those from minority ethnic backgrounds are following a largely separate news agenda on social media.
This post received a score of 5,769, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Having to get a TV license just to hear a new study suggests that X increases your risk of cancer. We'll tell you more later, every day. I'd rather just buy a monitor and use the internet.
Do you have an internet license?
Greater than do you have an internet license? They did it in Switzerland. My friend told me that having internet, a smartphone or a computer is the same as having a TV and radio, and you have to pay the now mandatory TV license of about $360.
Seriously, fuck off. Never watched a single second of the online service, and they would know as much if they required you to somehow show proof of payment to watch online, by having accounts or something. They leave it open so they can claim any device with an internet connection has the capability of watching it, and therefore by law requires you get a contract. Nothing but bad faith. Fun trivia, there's literally a political party whose sole purpose is, and they even got one seat this recent election. Welcome to the NHK.
Only in the UK? I don't know anyone under 50 who watches news on a TV, although most of them don't watch any news at all beyond reading headlines on Facebook.
I watch news on the TV and am under 50. Granted, it's muted with no subtitles and it's because the gym can't be bothered to change what's on the screen, but still.
The gym is my exclusive view into the window of cable. And it looks bad.
Who watches TV news other than old people anyway?
I'm millennial and I used to when I was younger, and I still could technically see myself turning it on once in a while, but the commercial plague is just too much. Why bother with that when everything TV used to be good for has been already solved better? I want to watch show or movie. Netflix is elsewhere. Yeah. News, Reddit, or specialized YouTube channels. Need background noise? Let me turn on my podcast addict.
Greater than the commercial plague. The most valuable thing you have is time. And the notion that advertisers, i.e. manipulators, think they get to steal time from you is fucking disgusting. Dismiss them. Do not permit them to have power in your world.
Hi, I see you're not a fan of marketing. Would you be interested in a 4-hour documentary on how marketing infected politics?
Bill Hicks. RIP.
I was over at my parents' house the other day and saw TV news on for the first time in years. It was crazy. It seemed like it was a parody of itself or something.
Probably unpopular opinion, but TV news in the UK is pretty decent. Programs like Newsnight may be a little biased, but at least they are well researched and don't clickbait like news on Reddit or Facebook does. The newspapers, on the other hand, I wouldn't even wipe my ass with them, they're rags.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to Speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.